Hello, Airbus Cockpit Coach here, and welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to look at the departure change checklist, which is something we conduct whenever we've conducted our usual briefing and we get a revised clearance through from air traffic control. This can be applicable at any point in the flight. You could be on the runway, we're given a runway change and a departure routing change, a SID change, system standard instrument departure routing. So it's applicable anytime, and the departure change is part of the normal checklist, so you should find it on there, the actions to cover off. So in this instance, we're taxiing out at Luton. We're set up for a runway 25 departure on the only 2 Bravo, but we've just been told by air traffic control there's been a change in wind, and we should now expect runway 07 on the only 2 Charlie departure. So what we need to do is basically stop the aircraft. So we'd speak to air traffic control, tell them we need a bit of time to set things up for the new clearance. So they'll tell us where to stop. In this case, we'll stop here. We'd set the parking brake. We get stopped, we get safe. And then we'd enter our new routing into the MCDU. So we're going to go departure of 07 now on the only 2 Charlie. We'd insert that. That would then clear our takeoff performance data, so we'd have to recheck all of that. And the first thing we'd do is look at the charts initially. We look at stop climb clearance, so we're coming around this way this time, so off 07, so we've got stop climb of 6,000, so we'd put that in there. We'd be looking for any noise abatement for this particular departure. We'd be cross-checking the routing and the flight plan, making sure we've got all the correct restrictions in, and making sure the aircraft can meet those restrictions as well. We'd also update the RadNav accordingly, so there may be new tracks you want to put in. And we'd also calculate our revised departure performance, so 07, aircraft config pretty much remains the same, so we'd calculate that. We need to make sure we've got the right intersection, whether it's full length or where we are departing runway 07. We'll assume it's full length for this. We'll calculate that, and we can send this over to the MCDU. And we'd cross-check that that's in there. So yeah, we want to check our thrust reduction, altitudes and acceleration, engine out procedure for this runway, so that will change as well. So we want to put a different routing in the event of engine failure, potentially, so that's something we'd need to check as well. We need to look at our flap configuration, so obviously that may change, and we want to verify that's matching. It may be different. And then we would conduct a new briefing. So we would look at hotspots for this routing. So we'd bring up the taxiway charts, look at the hotspots to get us there. We'll look at our stop margin for rejected takeoff. Unfortunately, that's not modelled in this Fenix model on our fly pads. We'll look at the engine out, standard instrument departure, and we'll brief that, and return or diversion considerations, and any non-standard operations. We'd brief the takeoff runway or the intersection, the departure routing that we're on. So we're on the only 2 Charlie, stop climb 6,000. That's in. We'll look at our minimum safe altitude for this zone as well, because that may have changed. So we'll be making reference to the charts. Again, we're in a 2,000, departing in a 2,200, but pretty quickly into a 2,000 MSA zone. So that's something we'd need to brief. And there may also be changes to fuel, so we need to look at fuel considerations as well. We may have a longer departure routing, and that's going to impact the overall fuel burn of the flight. So that's something we need to take into account as well. Obviously, we'd check the takeoff config. We'd be cross-checking the speeds. So yeah, we're V1, 127, 135, 135. Cross-tracking that on the V1 and the V2 speed on the PFD. And then we would run the departure change checklist as per the normal checklist. So we'd brief the runway and departure routing, flap setting, our takeoff speeds, would confirm those, and the FCU altitude. And at that point, we should be good to depart. So there's a little bit of cross-checking to do. It's about making sure both pilots are aware of the new situation. And obviously it's not just the routing, the actual departure routing the aircraft will fly, it's the engine out, it's the noise abatement. So there are a few things to consider, which is why it's important we're given time and a place we can hold for a little while in order to get that set up correctly and not feel rushed. I hope you found that useful. Please like and subscribe. Look out for more content as it comes through. Thanks for watching.